Hi, this is Dave Bazaar, and this is the latest. Today's episode, I wanted to go through dormancy. Very important aspect of the tree's life. You have a deciduous tree here that needs to go through a rest period. The almond needs approximately 200 to 300 what's known as chill hours to then help it break that rest period and to start to come out and flower in the springtime. So let's talk a little bit about chilling. It's changed over the years as far as how we think of it. It's fairly complex now. Originally, it was just considered to count up hours below 45 degrees. And that was typically started November 1st, right? And then you try to add up those 200-300, which is a fairly low chill requirement if you look at other trees. Pistachios in particular need quite a bit more. But over time, they've figured out, hey, it's not as simple as that, right? So these chill hours have different values, and they've come up with several different ideas of how to calculate that and understand it. The one that they're using now, probably most frequently, is called a dynamic model. And what that has done is it said, hey, there's a ideal temperature that chilling occurs at. They're using somewhere around 37 degrees up to 48, and that is considered the ideal temperature. You get below 37, if you get actually below 32, you almost go for a zero. And in this model, they've said, look, once I reach 60 degrees during a time period, I start to take away, subtract from this sort of chill requirement. In this model, they call it portions. So you almost think about it filling a bucket, right? So you start tracking time and temperature, plus, minus, did it get hot during the day? Was it cold? Was it in this period? And then over this set time period, that bucket is then dumped. You either gained the chill or you didn't, then you're filling the bucket again. And so they count how many of these chill portions occurred to get a gauge on how good that chilling was. In this model, they start at September 1st. The old models used to talk about it November 1st. So as you went through, to me, the ideal period is maybe from November 15th to January 15th for an almond. That's when you want this. Earlier chilling is typically considered better than later in the year, right? There's a time for it to happen. I looked at the models. You go into the UC website and you're going to see all kinds of calculations. Find your weather station closest to you and take a little peek at it. I thought we were going to see a pretty low chill up to this point, right? And I was a little bit surprised because, we've had a lot of warm days, but we also have had fog. So what I saw when I picked a Fireball weather station was that the chill is really running a little behind last year, but actually in the last 5 years, it's running at a fairly good rate. We do have a lot of warm days, so maybe as we progress, that's going to degrade. But right now, what you see is that the chill looks like it's relatively normal, but we are entering into the real important time period to start to get that ideal sort of 45 degrees long periods of time. Just quickly on what happens if I do or don't have those. Well, it's considered, if you have a poor chilling year, that the bloom gets extended, dragged out. Now, I know a lot of us think, oh, that gives us more time for pollination, but it's really typically considered to be a less ideal bloom. With a good chilling year, you see a shorter snowball type bloom. Everything comes out. It's a little shorter in period, but it's also considered to be much healthier from a pollination standpoint, fruit set, and all the rest. So that's a little bit about chilling. And this has been Dave Bazaar, and that's the latest.